How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. We have two big updates for you today. We have the Starfield patch information, and I'm going to kind of go over the previous patches as well. And we also have the news, as you've seen on the thumbnail, that Sony has been hacked yet again. And it looks like the 28th is going to be the date where all the information is revealed unless a ransomware is paid. But first thing first, let's quickly dive into this Starfield information, because that is what we Xbox fans are interested in, especially those that are enjoying Starfield. So, Starfield Update 1.7.33, September 25th, 2023. This has actually gone live already from what I've understood. A small update has gone out for Starfield on Xbox Series XS, Microsoft Store, and Steam. This update addresses some of the issues, performance and stability, as well as a few general gameplay issues. We are continuing to work on a larger update that will add features and improvements that we noted in our last update notes. And for those of you that don't know what these are, I did mention them in a previous video. They will bring brightness and contrast controls, HDR calibration menu, an FOV slider, an NVIDIA DLSS support, 32:9 ultra-wide monitor support, and a eat button for food. They're also working closely with NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel on driver support, and each update will include a new stability and performance improvements. There was a small update before then as well, so on 1.7.29, Xbox Series X has improved stability and related to installations. I guess that's what happened to me on launch on early access. Various stability and performance improvements to reduce crashes and improved frame rate. And the quests, if any of you had these issues previously, All That Money Can Buy, Into the Unknown, and Shadows in Neon, those have been fixed because there was apparently quest blockers that could take place. But we come back to this article over here. Thank you so much for your continued feedback and support of Starfield, and we look forward to a future with you on this journey. Starfield 1.7.33 update fixes and improvements. So for the general, we have characters, fixed an issue that could cause some characters to not be in their proper location. Star stations, fixed an issue where the star station would be labeled as a player-owned ship. I'm guessing this is where people could hijack the whole star station. Vendors addressed an issue that allowed for vendors' full inventory to be accessible. I'm guessing this is the one in Killer City with the pond. Boo! Graphics, AMD for PC resolved an issue that caused star lens flares to not to appear correctly with AMD graphics cards. And for general graphics, addressed an upscaling issue that could cause textures to become blurry. Resolved an issue that could cause photosensitivity issues when scrolling through the inventory menu. If you have a PC, I highly recommend you use Star UI. It is fantastic. Once you've used that, you will not want to go back. I really hope that they actually implement Star UI into the game as an official UI entry, because it's amazing. Performance and stability. Hand scanner addressed an issue with the hand scanner caused hitching. Various stability and performance improvements to address crashing and freezes. And ships, finally. Displays fixed an issue that would cause displayed items to disappear when applied to in-ship mannequins. I've actually heard about this. This was happening, so it's good that they fixed it. Displays fixed an issue that would cause items stored in Razor Leaf storage containers and weapon racks to disappear after commandeering another ship. I also heard about this one, which is why I wasn't actually changing my ship. But now that it's fixed, hopefully this will sort it out. Essentially what was happening was, because your storage on the Razor Leaf, you can actually have it was bigger than your regular ship or some of the other ships, and you can actually mod it so you can actually have more storage. And by mod, I mean actually in-game applying storage containers. When you commandeered another ship, the storage was less. So because of this, it would actually there was an occasional chance that you could lose some of your loot from there. So sad, but it is what it is. But it's fixed, and that is good. Hopefully the other general fixes that they were talking about, these ones over here, especially with the DLSS native support, FOV slider, HDR calibration and brightness. I mean, I'm using a reshader plugin mod at the moment, and it makes the game look so much better. But it does hit my frames. Even with a 3090 Ti, it is hitting my frames inside the city. Outside, is fine. Exploring the planets, it's fine. But cities, I'm getting a bit of a hit. And, well, I'm willing to take that hit considering how much nicer it actually looks. Right. What is also amazing is your amazing support for my last couple videos. I asked for 250 likes and you all smashed it. Thank you so much for your continued support. In this video, I am going to ask you for a humble 250 likes. Not much. Not a big challenge for you all, but I know you'll all smash it anyway. So, on with the video. Right, so Sony, it seems that they really have not, kind of gotten bored of being hacked. A ransomware group claims to have breached all Sony systems. The group behind the alleged attack says it plans to sell the stolen data. I mean, these guys are getting hacked. I mean, look, all jokes aside, it's not a joking matter. If you do have bank details on your PlayStation, we don't know what they've actually collected, and Sony has not yet come out and made any declaration on what is what. It's precautionary to make sure your bank details and stuff is secure, right? Ransomware group Ransomed.vc claims to have successfully breached Sony Group and is threatening to sell a cache of data stolen from the Japanese company. While its claims remain unverified, the Cybersecurity Connect reports that the relative ransomware newcomer has racked up an impressive amount of victims since bursting onto the scene last month. We have successfully compromised all of Sony systems. The group claimed on both the clear and dark nets. We won't ransom them, we will sell the data. Due to Sony not wanting to pay, data is for sale. According to Cybersecurity Connect, the group has posted some proof of hacked data, although it says this is not particularly compelling information on the face of things. It includes what appear to be screenshots of an internal login page, an internal PowerPoint presentation, several Java files, and a file tree of the leak, which seemingly includes fewer than 6,000 files. The group listed a post date of September 28, after which, if nobody purchases the data, is presumably when Ransom.vc will publish the data wholesale. Ransom.vc is said to be both a ransomware operator and a ransomware as a service organization, which basically means you can hire them to do it for you. I mean, this is pretty awful. I mean, if you do have they haven't said if any personal details have been gathered, and from what we're seeing here, it doesn't look like it's a serious breach, but a breach is a breach. And Sony seems to be getting hit by this more often than not. I think the last one was sometime in 2011 anyway. But it's been some years, but come on. It claims to be a secure solution for addressing data security vulnerabilities within companies, and also to be operating in strict compliance with GDPR and data privacy laws. Jesus. In cases where payment is not received, we are obligated to report a data privacy law violation to the GDPR agency, the group says. Wow. So Sony would actually, in this situation, be fined for GDPR as well. So not only has their data been breached, has the data that they've got been stolen, but they would, if this is working how I think it is, then yeah, this could actually be quite bad. Most of the Ransom.vc's members reportedly operate out of Ukraine and Russia. VGC has contacted Sony for comment on this report and will update if we hear back from the company. I don't think we'll be hearing back from them anytime soon, right? In 2011, Sony's PlayStation Network suffered a massive breach that resulted in the personal details of approximately 77 million accounts being compromised and the service being taken offline for 23 days. I do remember this. It was a dark period for PlayStation. Sony initially estimated the hack would cost it more than 100 million, and it was forced to apologize not only to players but developers whose game launches were disrupted or whose online services were left unavailable. Sony eventually faced as many as 55 class action lawsuits and agreed to offer compensation for those affected, including free games. You are the lifeblood of the company, PlayStation's US boss, Jack Tretton said at the time. Without you, there is no PlayStation. I want to apologize personally. It's you that causes us to be humbled and amazed by the support you continue to give. Basically, your wallets. To Sony's third-party publishing partners, Tretton said, I know the outage has been costly. We wouldn't be where we are without you, he added. We are committed more than ever to making sure the PlayStation experience is entertaining and secure for everybody. But this seems to be happening. I mean, I can't remember the last breach that Microsoft had in regards to Xbox. But, I mean, it's awful that this is happening. And if, you do have no personal details have been said to have been actually compromised. But we just don't know. And that's the thing. Sony haven't come out. They're staying absolutely silent on this matter, which is, in my opinion, awful. They should have already had at least a PR statement ready for this, come out and said their piece, said what was taken, because at this point in time, they've said what they think has been taken, which includes a screenshot of an internal login page, no one really cares, an internal PowerPoint presentation, might be useful, might not be, several Java files. I mean, what was on this Java files? I know Java files are code and whatnot, but they could still be linked to databases, right? And might have some lingering effects that kind of trail off. A file tree of leak which seemingly includes fewer than 6,000 files. Now, what was this 6,000 files? Personal details? Personal information? What was it? It doesn't really tell you. So, I mean, it's just another reason. I mean, after the first hack in 2011, I don't leave my details on PlayStation ever again. I just don't trust it anymore. It's that simple. I use PayPal, and my PayPal is secure because I have to put a password in every time. But this is, they can't take anything from that because they have to get my PayPal. They have to hack it, and I've got free double two-factor authentication on there, so they're not breaking through to my PayPal. But this is just bad. This is really, really bad. And considering Jim Ryan was just recently saying that Bungie was worth $69 billion or more. They were worth more than $69 billion. I think what they need to do is go back and, kind of fix their security so it's actually worth people's trust and effort to go into it. I mean, if you're affected by this, I feel for you. But Sony, man, always the company getting hit the hardest. That's it. Just a quick video today. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some more news regarding what was actually taken and what was actually stolen. And if there was any personal data stolen, Sony really needs to come out ASAP, like urgently, to tell people what the hell is going on, because this is not it. Staying silent when this happens is not it. And they're opening themselves up to even more class action lawsuits, especially if people's accounts get hit again, right? Anyway, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.